Flexx Luther, Morgan room. So much soul, about to bust out the room. All different flavors, way more than 32. From these shoes, you can't mess with these dudes. Nike Reeboks, the bounce out the knees. Golden Gooses on do.
What's up, guys? Welcome to another episode of Soul Brothers, hosted by yours truly, Flexx Luther, and none other than Morgan Room. What's up? What's new? And how you feeling, my guys?
What is up, man? Yeah, it's definitely been a week for sure.
Absolutely.
But I'm looking forward to spending the next hour and a half talking sneakers with you.
Yep, man. Same here, man. It's been a crazy week in sneakers. It's been a crazy week in general. I'm still trying to get settled in. I'm actually still looking at houses and stuff, so I haven't even started the whole selling process. I'm looking for a bigger sneaker room, so it's a challenge.
Where are you at right now?
I'm still in my old crib.
But you just moved everything out?
Yeah. So once we do, I ain't gotta be going back and forth. It's just I'm out. You good?
Okay. Cool, man. So you moving to Indianapolis or?
No, but the Royal Rumble, WrestleMania, and SummerSlam is gonna be there for the next 3 years. So,
it's the next 3 years?
Yeah, because the WrestleMania this year is in Las Vegas, so it's got to be next year. But I do believe the Royal Rumble of next year, which is in February, will be in Indy, and Nap, as you could call it.
Nap, yeah. So it's next year, the year after that, and the year after that.
So it's next year Royal Rumble, then the next year will be WrestleMania, and it'll probably be SummerSlam in the same year. Or it might be SummerSlam this year. SummerSlam might be in Indianapolis this year. And then Royal Rumble February, and then WrestleMania next year, and then it'll be the 3 years.
Well, we're coming up, man. We're coming up. I think
I see that.
What I've been kind of seeing online and on TikTok and stuff, it looks like now is a great time to be a wrestling fan.
And I hate it.
Why?
Now, see, I am not the one that gatekeeps sneakers. I'm not the old man screaming at the sky. But for wrestling, I'm definitely, because you got dogged out for being a wrestling fan. Dogged out, especially being older and being a wrestling fan. And then, let's be honest, being black and being a wrestling fan. Yeah.
Might as well be watching anime. Trying to go Super Saiyan.
Because you get that same response, bro, I ain't watched Stone Cold since I was 4 years old,
Yeah.
Okay.
I saw something crazy happen, man. Tyrese Halliburton and Jalen Brunson facing off, and I thought that was pretty cool. That was
Did you see your guy? He made they're doing a crossover between promotions, TNA and WWE.
Yeah. I saw that.
Your man popped out.
Yeah,
John
I saw
Henry.
that.
I was like, okay, I know who he is now. It's really that theme song that everybody's really loving him.
That's the only thing I know about him.
Yeah, but his gimmick is a little overplayed. Kind of reminds me of a Walmart Mr. Kennedy. You remember Mr. Kennedy?
I do remember Mr. Kennedy. I did. Yeah, I did not. I didn't like him. I didn't like Mr. Kennedy.
I believe Mr. Kennedy was the last person Eddie Guerrero wrestled before he died. So
I think so. That sounds right. Because they were kind of in a feud. I think some sort of mini feud.
I can't remember what Eddie Guerrero's next match was going to be, but I know it was going to be a pay-per-view. But yeah, that was the last one.
I liked this feud with JBL.
Oh yeah,
that was classic.
JBL was ruthless. JBL was ruthless, but he would call him immigrants and stuff. He was ruthless.
Yeah, that was a crazy time, man. That was a crazy time.
Yeah, anytime. Go ahead.
But before we get too deep into this,
too far gone.
You know what we got to do, man. What we wore on feet today. So Flexx, boom. So
I'm gonna tell you, I don't think I've ever had I don't want to call it a beater because I'm not beating it up, but it's definitely a daily wear.
Mm-hmm.
The Mystic New York Saucony Red Triumph 4.
That's a good shoe.
Awesome shoe, man. And the thing about
shout out to the beautiful people over at Saucony in New York.
Shout out Jason, man. I love this pair. I literally have not stopped wearing it since I got it. Comfort level, it's pretty much everything I thought this shoe would be. I already know that's what was my favorite silhouette. I had said that's what was gonna be my favorite silhouette when it comes to Saucony. So anyway, been wearing it. And again, I think it's hard when it comes to green to put it in the shoe, and it's like wearable like all the time. So yeah, they did a great job with this.
They do a really nice job with as in Minted New York, of being subtle, but still, you know, they're able to push the boundaries of subtlety, but at the same time being like not really loud, but making a statement. So yeah, great pair. You know, I don't know about you, but I've been checking my mailbox now that we got I've been checking my mailbox, so but we'll talk about that here in a little bit. But
see what you got. What
I wore today, I wore it's interesting because I got Nikes today and you got Saucony.
I got Saucony. That's crazy.
Yeah, so these are the Medicine Ball Air Trainer 3. Some people call them the Mookie, because Mookie from Do the Right Thing, that's Spike Lee's character, wore this shoe throughout the movie.
Right thing.
Yeah, I know you hate that movie still.
I don't hate the movie, but yeah, go ahead.
But funny story. I got a funny story about these. So I was changing a toilet at work, like changing the. Oh
yeah, I seen you posted on your story one time. Was that day you posted on your story?
Yeah, I was fixing a toilet, and I had a tennis dad come in and kind of cornered me in there while I was fixing the toilet, saying his daughters need to be challenged more and they need to play with better players and all this other stuff. And then got sprayed in the face with water, and I was, man, look, I'm not a fighter. But wow. I was ready to fight. I was definitely ready to fight with these.
Yeah, because what?
But this pair came out in 2014, so this is a 10-year-old shoe. Toe box is a little bit creased, but other than that, man, it is a decent wear. It's not bad. So yeah, great shoe.
Yeah, I'm not the biggest fan of the Air Trainer. I'm just not a fan of the strap. Like that strap gotta be that's a hit or miss. It's like either it's real good or it's, you know, ain't no in between. And I like that's in between, so it's a no-go for me.
That's cool. That's cool. I like how it's smaller. It's a smaller strap over the forefoot. Like, I'm sure this was a cool shoe to do athletics in back in the 80s.
Yeah.
But you know, it is what it is. I think it's a cool shoe. It's a classic shoe and with a classic colorway. So
I don't think I'll grab a pair unless it like if it retros and it goes on sale. I mean, I wouldn't mind having them in the collection, but just because
it's a classic.
Yeah, just to go dumpster diving for it. Nah, I'm good.
Yeah, I feel that. So we're talking about checking the mailbox, man. Paris Fashion Week was last week. As we were listening to this, we're recording this, Paris Fashion Week was last week, and I couldn't tell you what happened at the Versace show. I couldn't tell you what happened at Helmut Lang. I can tell you that J-Tips showed us. He stole the show. He stole the show.
Showed out,
man. And it's like I felt, because look, I think you sent me a text message that said, "Yo, you need to start picking up Sauconys that you want, because these J-Tips pictures are all over the place." And when I first read it, I was out on court. I was out on the tennis court. I was like, "Oh, bro, we got new pictures of the Omni 9."
Omnis,
yeah. And so I'm like, okay, all right, that's gonna be cool, man. The Saucony Matrix. We've got a new sneaker, a brand new sneaker from J-Tips. He brought out the Saucony Matrix.
Mm-hmm.
You know, and
Wait a
initial
minute,
thought I got.
That's a new silhouette, isn't it?
No. I don't think it's a
not.
new silhouette. No,
Okay.
I don't think it's a new silhouette. But he brought it out. He showed us. What are your initial thoughts?
I was just like, yeah, that's it. That's it.
the
And
one?
then when I heard the backstory, he used the same like type of fabric that he used on his hat that got him the collaboration with Saucony. I was like, yeah, I like it. It's a nice looking shoe. And then I'm seeing all the other ones, the Omnis, and then I seen the other colorway. It's not as good as the first colorway, but it's still in the collection.
It's
there.
Yeah.
It's there.
It's again, this is a man who can't miss. This is Klay Thompson, 70 points, 4 dribbles. This is Wilt Chamberlain, 100 points. This is 81. Kobe Bryant dropping 81. J-Tips can't miss. Now, as far as all of the other sneakers that he's dropped, right? Now, we don't have the Omnis yet, so I don't want to, overrate those too much. I think that those could be up there. I think they could be up there.
But did you see the other colorway though?
Yeah. Oh yeah. Of the Omnis?
Mm-hmm.
Or of the
Yeah, there's another Omni too.
There's another bro, I did not see that.
Yeah. How, bro? Oh my god.
Bro, I've been busy, bro. I said it's been a week, man.
Man, you over here, okay, you wait till you see these things. But go ahead and finish your thought. I'll send it to you right now.
Yeah. I mean, I like the Grid Shadow 2, of course. Like, that's number one for me, then the Grid Azura. I think, these are going to be maybe fourth on the list. As far as like power ranking them, the matrices.
Okay, I can.
But what does that mean? Like, they're at A-. You know what I mean?
It means he's going to take the other 3 slots.
Yeah, right? Oh, yeah, I did see those.
Oh, I'm going to say, those
Yeah, I saw those. Those go crazy. He hasn't made anything that's under an A-.
Yeah.
The blue Grid Shadow 2s.
Mm-hmm.
I think those are an A-. But still, man, he is on fire right now, and
yeah, absolutely.
And it's not even, and this is an interesting emotion that this release or this unveiling has elicited, and it is pride. It's not even like being excited for a new sneaker to add to the collection. It's like, yo, he did it again, man. Like, look at J-Tip showing out, man. Like, he's one of those people who we just love giving flowers to.
Absolutely.
So wow. I'm excited for the shoe, of course, but I'm also excited for J-Tips to be a household name.
Yeah, no, absolutely.
Just like a Virgil, a Kanye West, like J-Tips is gonna be a household name. He keeps doing what he's doing.
And he's definitely doing his thing. We had our chance to talk to him.
Yeah.
And he talks about, he's like, I think the 10th shoe is already done. And I thought he was joking.
I
thought he was joking.
Yeah.
Well, we're like on number 7. I'm like, he really has 10 shoes with Saucony.
Yeah.
Yeah. Like, he really has 10 shoes in the vault. Like,
he didn't even give us a hint that this was what the next shoe was.
Not even close.
He didn't even say, "Hey, yo, stay tuned." You know what I'm saying?
What did we talk about? We talked about the web, the grid web.
Grid web. Yeah, he said he wanted to do the grid web.
Yeah, not even. Yeah, no. So
wow.
I think a special moment for me is I'm just glad to be present. You know, like
Yeah.
I'm glad to be where I am. You know what I'm saying? To be connected to who I'm connected to know who I know, and just to be like, yo, this is a moment. This is a moment that is going to make that pathway for J-Tips and Saucony, whether they continue to work together or not. This is the beginning of something special for both the brand and the company.
Yeah.
Because like, no matter what, people are getting put on the brand, or they getting put on J-Tips, or they getting put on both. So something else drop, it's gonna be like, oh, that's the Saucony. I gotta check this out. Or it's J-Tips. Oh, I gotta check that out. So
yeah.
special.
So congratulations, J-Tips, congratulations, Jason and Saucony. Yeah, just really, really great things. Now, people, and I've had this thought too, but I think people are starting to catch on. But people are comparing J-Tips to another designer. Very similar, but he's on the New Balance side. Joe Freshgoods. Yeah. What are your thoughts on that?
Man, I'm gonna be honest with you. The deeper I get into this sneaker thing, I'm not even gonna say the sneaker because it's not even sneakers. It's just the politics of sneakers. The more pissed I get, because I look through those comments. I'm thinking like I'm gonna go here and be like, oh, people are like, oh, those are fire. New Balance made these 3 weeks ago. When?
Yeah, like, see.
When? And now, no, wait. Don't get me wrong. Joe Freshgoods does his thing. Absolutely.
100%.
Tips does, but I don't feel like if you gave me a shoe that was designed by J-Tips and gave me a shoe that was designed by Joe Freshgoods, I would be able to tell the difference.
100%.
Because they both have their own unique style. The color palette, it is what it is. Colors are colors. I mean, everybody's going to use yellow. Everybody's going to use pink. Everybody's going to use blue.
Right.
But the way the placement is, the way the design is set up, the backstory, all that stuff, I'll be able to tell, okay, this is J-Tips and this is a Joe Freshgoods. And it's really, what really gets under my skin is any other time it's, oh, they both can be great. Why can't they both be great? Like when there was a whole comparison between Al Mamaner and Kef when they did their 1906 New Balance. I was like, why are y'all trying to find similarities? Why they both can't be great?
Yeah,
but now all of a sudden there's got to be one best, one great. Like it only can be one great one now because J-Tips and Joe Freshgoods, they have the sneaker game in their palm. Basically, you know, they are, I don't want to use that analogy, but they are sharing the game. But yeah.
I mean, of course, it's easy to draw parallels between Joe Freshgoods and J-Tips. They both put on for their cities. They both make apparel. They both do collaborations. J-Tips with Saucony, Joe Freshgoods with New Balance. And I mean, like you said, Joe Freshgoods has a very distinct design language. J-Tips has a very distinct design language. And one of the things that I come back to is with us being in sneakers for so long, we are trained to kind of pick up on those things, right?
Yeah.
Like, I mean, we could tell the difference. I mean, I know one of the first like bosses, one of the first gym bosses in sneakers is being able to tell the difference between a Jordan 6 and a Jordan 7, right? Right there, like our attention to detail is tested. So, you know, being, I'm gonna say it, real sneakerheads, like I think that is what like the people who are saying that J-Tips new Saucony looks like a New Balance that just released is, I mean, you haven't been doing this long enough. It's the new guys. And are we really worried about what they have to say? No. I'm not, at least, right?
Yeah, no.
It's right. It's like sit around, listen for a little bit, listen, and then you get to talk.
Yeah. But okay, so my question to you, because I'm gonna say, in my opinion, I don't feel like you really. I ain't gonna say you pay attention, but you just not really aware of things like this. So, and I'm asking because I like to see things in both perspectives. So maybe I'm over analyzing things. Do you feel like it's a race thing? Do you feel like it's because it's two black creators and not two white creators, or two black and one black and another white creator? Do you feel like it's a race thing?
I do feel like it's a race thing. People are always going to pit us against each other. And, can't have too much success. Who are we going to show the love to? We can't show love to both of them, right? Yeah, I do. And I'm going to be honest with you. There's no articulate, intelligent way that I'm going to be able to explain my point or explain my, how I feel about it. And people may not like that. I don't care.
Yeah.
I feel like it is. I do feel like it's a race thing.
And the craziest thing that I feel is, it's not even like the outsiders, as you would claim. It's the people in the inside, the people that, like I said, that we're fighting shoulder to shoulder with. It's like, oh, this is a Joe Freshka, this is, and I feel like those mindsets are created within the community, within the black community, not the sneaker community, because I feel like we're always given less, so we never feel like there's enough, so it's always like, when someone gets here, someone's got to be there. So I ain't got to share this. It can never be this, because I got to share. And that's not enough to share, because there's never been enough to share. Yeah. So I just feel like people feel like, I got to pick a side. Yeah,
it's tribalism, man. It's tribalism. Yeah.
And that's how we feel about everything. Teams, sports, cars, everything. Hip hop. We got to pick. We got to pick Kendrick. We got to pick Drake. We got to pick somebody. It can never be. These are two great people, because R&B beef doesn't really exist unless it stems from something like hip hop. Country beef doesn't exist, because again, they both can hop on that stage and rock that stage and be two of the greats. But for some reason, one of the greats got to come out and say, well, hey, he's not that great, I'm greater than him.
Yeah. But here's the thing though, is do you think you get J Tips, you get Joe Freshkas in a room together, right? What's that conversation sound like? You think it's beefing? You think it's
absolutely?
It's 100% love. I guarantee. Go ahead.
But I people can push things, and I'm not saying that they can be manipulated by stuff like this, but people can create things and create environments, can create tones, and then they have their own people too, within their group. They may understand each other. We've seen this over and over. They may understand each other. The two main people that may have the issue understand each other, but it's the people on the outside that don't really understand. So all they know is like, I'm from J Tips camp, and I'm from Joe Freshka camp. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. So they're not gonna keep it mature, because that's their breadwinner. That's their representation. Yeah, that's their rep, and you're not gonna be better than my rep. You're not gonna be better than him. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. So I'm gonna talk my junk, and then somebody from his camp's gonna talk their junk, and I'm just like, we don't need that. Right. We do not. We don't even need to come in and correct it. It just needs to be, these two right now are running the game.
Do you ever? I'm guessing that this is coming from this topic that you just brought up is coming from Instagram comments.
Yes. Okay.
Do you ever go and look at the people who are making the comments, like go to their page? Do you notice anything? Like, I don't know what the answer is. Do you notice like
they're in our community? Is they part of the black community?
Like outside of that though. Like, are they
they just
sneakerheads?
seem.
Are they? You know what I mean? Like, can you
I mean,
tell?
it's what they call them, the fashionistas or whatever. It's those
Fashionistas.
people. Yeah,
It's
it's the sneakerheads, content
yeah,
creators. It's the same people that are within these spaces. And then you got the other people that just kind of follow because it's kind of like, oh well, the black community said that they should go against each other, so yeah, I'm gonna pick my side.
yeah,
It's just like then you start creating something that never existed, and I
right.
really don't want that for either one of them because they're both doing their thing right now, and what needs to be focused on is their designs and not.
I'm willing to bet that neither one of them care that much.
Absolutely not. I truly don't.
Yeah, I don't think any of them care, but it is annoying though. I see your point. It is annoying when it's like, yo, this is the new. I mean, you're excited for not just the shoe, but for the man behind the shoe. And then you got people hating, right? Like talking about, oh, yeah, this already came out. No, it didn't. You know what I'm saying? Like,
Yeah.
no, it didn't. It's, and it's just people being that rainy day, that rain cloud. You just negative people who want to put two talented black men against each other.
And then you got the clickbaiters that's like, oh, well, this is a hot comment. Let me say something.
Yeah, right. Let me say something crazy.
Yeah, this is a New Balance design. They stole it. I know it. I seen it. It's just like, what are you?
Okay. Yeah.
I mean, same thing with LeBron and his son, Bronny.
Let's talk about that. Let's talk about it.
Laker
fan. So
look.
Let's give the listeners let's give them a time frame of when we're recording this. We are recording this the Saturday after the draft, after the NBA draft. Okay, so we've had let me see. He got drafted on Thursday, and it's Saturday, so we've had 72 to 96 hours to kind of process what has happened. Now, Flex is a Lakers fan. Morgan is a Pacers fan. Okay. And I want to hear Flex's take on Bronny. And number 2, is Bronny going to get his own shoe?
I mean, yes. Bronny was set the day he was born because he's LeBron James' son.
Right.
So, I mean, there's already commercials with Nike and Beats that they're working together.
Yeah.
And as a Lakers fan, why wouldn't we want LeBron for another 3 years?
Right.
As a Lakers fan, why wouldn't we want LeBron's DNA on the team?
Hey,
now,
yo.
I mean, come on, bro. Like, just think about it. If you are a Kobe fan or a Michael Jordan fan, and you like, oh man, that's Michael Jordan's son, or that's Kobe's son, like, why not? Like, I mean, continue that legacy. And I mean, I feel like this is something beyond our mindset. Like, do you not know how great this is? This man is 41, going to get paid $164 million to play with a team that is respected regardless to what team you love. I mean, it is Los Angeles Lakers. And he's playing with his son for $164 million for the next 3 years.
Well, wait a minute. He just opted out of the last year of his contract, so I don't think.
I mean, that's a rumor. That's a rumor.
Okay.
They're going to sign him for another 3 years. And it's going to equal up to it. That's the rumor.
By the time this comes out, that'll all be said and done. Like everything will be said and done. Now, the thing that's been annoying me.
Wait. Let me give you the basketball, perspective, because that's more of like, outside looking in. Now, I know a lot of people are saying like this guy went undrafted and blah blah blah. Bronny, it was a manufacturer, whatever.
Nepotism. That's the word they're using, is nepotism.
There were 54 guys before this man. We all know that Bronny was eventually going to get drafted because of his we all know that. Like, why would you pass that up?
Right.
And again, I say the same thing, just with the J Tips and the Joe Freshgoods thing. If it would have been Steve Nash's son, would we say something? Well, we would not say nothing. We'd be like, oh my God, Steve Nash's son is playing in the NBA just like his dad. But this man is getting to play with his son. Like, even if you hate it, you gotta respect it. Like, this dude is playing with it. And I'm gonna tell you right now, one more thing, and I'm gonna let you talk.
Yeah.
The GOAT debate is over with. The GOAT debate is over with. It's over with. The list stopped. His list is still going. This dude is playing with his son. Like, I don't think y'all understand the magnitude of, like, being called the GOAT by some people and then playing with your son and getting paid to do it at, like, one of the highest, man, GOAT. And that's coming from somebody that has over 200 pairs of Jordans. GOAT. Shout out Nike. Hope you're listening.
So, I agree. I hate to say it, man, but I agree. Everything you're saying, I agree with. I know that's not. I'm surprising myself with this take. I've always been a Jordan as a GOAT guy, but this man LeBron James is the greatest basketball player of all time. And with his son being drafted in the second round, I believe the 55th pick. So, like, 5 picks from being undrafted. Mm-hmm. People who are claiming, "Oh, bro, nepotism. He's not supposed to be on the team. He's this, he's that." That is such BS. Most of the time, the 55th pick in the NBA draft is not expected to play on the team. The 55th pick is a player who is maybe going to get a 2-way deal, which is when they split time between the G League and the NBA. They'll get a 2-way deal. But this isn't like some sort of, they should have drafted this person, or he should have given somebody else, he's in the way of somebody else. No, like, usually whoever gets picked 55th in the draft is going to go play in Belarus within 9 months. So for the prospect that Bronny has always been, I think 55th is fair. I think 55th is, I feel like he wasn't overhyped. I feel like it was appropriate. He went into cardiac arrest, before his college career started, man. Like,
and he was on a time. He was,
right.
restricted time. So.
Yeah, right. Like, I feel like what happened was appropriate. I feel like he was not overrated. He's not underrated. But that doesn't get views, man. It doesn't get views when it's like, yeah, what happened, what was supposed to happen, happened.
Yeah, it was going to happen. It was already written.
Right. And, maybe we got more media coverage. He got a lot of media coverage for being a second-round draft pick, almost to the very end. But, this LeBron James' son.
I know.
What do you expect?
But it's one of the biggest stories in NBA history.
Exactly.
One of them.
It's not only that it's LeBron James' son, but it's just father and son playing together on the same team. Like, I feel like that's incredible, and I feel like it's a feel-good story. No matter how you feel about the Lakers, I'm not the biggest Lakers fan. I'm a Pacers fan. But I feel like it's a feel-good story where it's like, these guys get to go to work together. You know what I mean? Like, they get to go to practice together. Like, Bronny's basketball IQ is probably higher than most people's basketball IQ. Just being in the same house. Yeah, right? Like, he didn't get LeBron's height. Sorry. But his basketball IQ is probably out of this world. His bounce is out of this world. I mean, he is an NBA caliber player.
Yep.
So I don't know why everybody is so upset. I don't know why everybody's so upset, especially when, there are undrafted free agents who make basketball rosters every year. So, Jokic was a second round pick. Monte Ellis, second round pick. Like second round picks can go on to have successful careers, and so I am interested and I'm excited to see how Bronny James does.
Absolutely.
Now, I would be interested to see if he wears his own PEs or if he wears LeBron PEs. I'm interested to see like how his shoes compare to LeBron's.
So I'm hoping again. Nike, we see you. We know you're listening. So I got an idea. We need to do a father and son pack.
That'd be dope.
Like if he gets a signature shoe, drop it with like LeBron's first shoe or maybe his next shoe or something like that.
Yeah.
The marketing ideas that they could have with this. I mean, have you seen the Beats commercial? Masterpiece. It is it's a masterpiece. They're basically playing against each other. They're both listening to different music, different eras, different style of play. LeBron's more graceful. Bronny's more like, aggressive.
Is it like that Jordan commercial when he played against himself? Old version versus old?
No. It's him playing against Bronny. He's like, I can't wait for it. It's you gotta look it up. It's dope.
I'll look it up.
Yeah, I'm gonna say this because we're talking about. Well, I mean, we're pretty much talking about sneakers too. But I was more upset about JJ Redick being the head coach than I was Bronny getting drafted. I mean, but I mean,
that's like, look. I love JJ Redick, man, and not a lot of people say that he might be the only player from Duke that I've ever actively liked. Like, he might be the only Duke player that, but like, I definitely didn't like him like when he was in college. Yeah. But like, I rock with JJ Redick.
Yeah, he cool.
As a podcaster, and as a 3-point specialist in the NBA, as the head coach with no coaching experience, don't forget the 4-year part. That 4 years, yeah.
I mean, I can understand 1, but 4.
But how do you go from Bobby Hurley, who has a track record, who has a successful track record as a college coach, right, to somebody who doesn't have any experience as a coach, right? Like, I understand, man. JJ Redick, he knows the game. He knows the game better than most.
Yeah, absolutely.
But can he coach men who are? I mean, is LeBron older than him? I think LeBron is older than him.
I can almost guarantee.
Yeah, like if things don't go well, then what?
You know what I mean? Saying, like, what if him and LeBron don't?
Right.
He's actually He's a year older. He's 40.
JJ Redick
is 40. Yeah.
Oh, wow.
LeBron James 30. Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, that is
But yeah,
I mean, good luck.
But yeah, I mean, I'm gonna say this and then we're gonna move on. But I feel like a lot of people is taking for granted the 20 years that LeBron has been in this league, and once when the book closes, they're gonna be like, "Oh man, I remember when LeBron did this. He used to do this." Like. So many people are trying to compare and debate that they're not enjoying the story. Like, this is a once in a lifetime thing. We're
not gonna see it again. Who are we gonna see it again with?
I mean, I'm just saying we may see it again, but like, what are the chances? Like, what are the chances of someone dominating the league for 20 years straight and bringing their son along for the trip? Come along, son. Come, let's go play some ball and make some money and win some games together. And what if they win a ring, man? It's just endless. But
not with this roster though. Not with this roster.
We are talking about LeBron James.
Yeah, but not with this roster.
LeBron. What was it? 3-1 that came back on.
Yeah, but like
I think he got upset. He was, he left it off. Went on to win an NBA championship.
Look, I just don't think that the Lakers can win a title with this roster.
Really?
Yeah.
I mean, if we really lock in, I feel like we can.
If we really lock in, you feel like they were just BSing out there?
No, we need a better coach, but we got JJ Redick. Maybe he's a better coach. I mean, at this point, what do we have to lose? You know?
Yeah.
So I mean, you know, we'll see. But moving on, let's talk about in other news, Nike. I don't want to say it wrong. I don't know if it was a reported profit loss or decrease in their stock prices, which I'm pretty sure that comes from a profit loss. You know.
Yeah, we're not business guys. We're not business guys. We're not financial bros.
Okay, well, actually, I am. I graduated in a month. I am a business guy. I graduated with a business degree, bachelor's. But pretty much that's what happens. You know, when something's reported bad, your stock goes down. People start selling it. You lose price of it. So the more people buy, the higher your stock goes because it's sought after. The more people that sell is not sought after, so there's more shares, so they have to lower the price. You know, there's more shares to buy. The more it goes up, there's less and whatever. But I think people are kind of over exaggerating the whole loss thing because again, it's Nike.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, what is a loss to Nike?
I mean, I agree. In the grand scheme of things, to me and you, a loss to Nike is nothing. It's a blip on the radar. It is a whatever. It's a non-story. But to Nike,
we'll be back next year.
Right.
We'll be back next year.
But to Nike though, I feel like this is a big deal. I feel like it's a big deal to Nike, right? I feel like Nike is like, we have to kill like New Balance,
I mean,
you know?
As a company, absolutely. Yeah, they got to look at it that way.
I mean, and we already see that with some of the things that they're doing, right? Their releases seem more. They're going more in the vault. That's one, right?
They slow down,
and they're slowing down.
We were getting something every other week.
Yeah, right.
Now it's kind of like. Yeah, just dropping a little. So here and there.
They're changing their strategy, which I like, man. It's like, you know, being a sneakerhead, being a fan of sneakers, of course you want Nike to do well, but you want everybody else to do well, right? If Nike's not doing well, nobody's, you know what I'm saying? Like, sneakers are dead. Not dead, but they're down.
They're boring.
Yeah, right? So even being a Saucony Asics New Balance fan, being a fan of those, like, I need Nike to do well so that sneakers are relevant. But I mean, things that we're seeing coming out, like we've already seen was dropping, late this year into early next year, right? And I mean, the Air Max Thunder, that's going to be, I feel like that is like a model that I need because I mean, it just reminds me of growing up in the 90s. I think it came out in 99 the first time.
Yeah.
You know, they're coming out with more innovation. When they launched their Olympic sneakers, and they showed us like, yo, this is what the Olympians are going to be wearing. I mean, I was into that. I was like, yo, like, what are the sprinters going to be wearing? Like, I would run the slowest 100 meters out of anybody, but I'm like, all right, this is what the sprinters are wearing. They got breakdancing shoes. I think like Nike's going to come out with a breakdancing shoe, like specifically for breakdancing. Like, that stuff is interesting, and I think that's where Nike had missed the mark in the past, right? They were relying on past success to carry their future success, and I think people weren't really feeling that. So now they're like, okay, this is why we're Nike. And they're more innovative, and they're just. I'm excited. I'm excited that Nike is taking this stance of, this was a major embarrassment for us to lose whatever, to lose grip of the number one spot, and now we're coming back with a vengeance.
And the thing about it, even though they might have took a loss, it really doesn't mean they lost the number one spot. And
they still number one. They still
you know
number
what I'm
one.
saying?
Yeah.
But the more I think about it, how far fetched is it that they could get a runner up? I mean, if you look at today's time and society and how social media works, I mean, it's literally you get one good video or one good model, one good ad, and it can go. You know what I'm saying? You can have a video reach 12.9 million people, and if it's one person talking about the new Saucony that just dropped, it's like, whoa, wait a minute, that ain't us. That's not us. 12.9 people just seen the newest Saucony shoe, and not the newest Nike model. So, and I think that's what they see it as. They see that more of the sneaker creators are talking more about other brands and checking for them, and not talking about what's dropping this week. And you start to see less and less Nikes and Jordans in those lists because people know that, guess what? Also, the ones that are trying to grab those views, they're not talking about Jordans no more. No, I don't want to talk about. I don't want to talk about Jordans no more. I don't want to talk about Nikes no more. I want to talk about the Sauconys and stuff.
Yeah, and if you noticed when people were going through, hey, this is what's dropping on sneakers this week. What did people say for the most part? These are gonna be easy to cop. These are gonna be easy to cop. Nobody wants these. These are gonna be easy to cop. These are mid. These are this. These are that. Man, Saucony knows, or not Saucony. Nike knows what's going on. Nike hears it. Nike hears what the people are saying, right? And I'm happy that they took that L from last year, and they're responding, and I like how they're responding. So what are your thoughts? Do you have any more thoughts?
I mean, we also got to remember Nike's probably coming off 3 of the best years in their career from 20 to 2023. Because, I mean, shit, business was booming.
Business was booming.
In the great words of Benjamin Kicks. Again, like I said, I mean, it's not too far-fetched, but at the same time, people are reaching for the whole, Nike, you better watch out.
Yeah, they don't have to watch out for anything, but
it's Nike.
It's
Nike.
It's right.
But it can happen now. It can happen.
It can happen, but I feel like they've taken steps to make sure it doesn't happen. I feel like they're doing the right thing.
I mean, Nike's bag is so deep, man. They could really pull out something and be like, oh, like if they pull out a model that we ain't seen in 23 years, a colorway we ain't seen in 30 years, it's gonna be like, because I mean, right now, with the help of Schooler, like the Nike vintage is going up. I can see it. It's slowly, a lot more people are looking for those 1994 this and that, 1995 haven't been released in 23 years, and and they don't even care if they're cooked. People just buying them. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So
100%. And one thing that I'm noticing is that, we saw Nike just re-release classic colorways of the Air Max 97. Colorways that went crazy the last time they dropped. And they went on sale.
Silver bullet,
gold. Yeah, right. And they went on sale. Like, that's when I was like, yo, something's up. Something is wrong. Something bad is happening. Big bubble Air Max 1s, right? A shoe that should have been flying off the shelves. Now, granted, I think that they made a ton of pairs.
Yeah, but they went off of like when they announced that last year of Nike. Yeah, Nike thing. Like that was it. It was still up there.
Yeah.
And funny how things can change in a year.
Right, and it's like that should have been a shoe that flew off the shelves. The Air Max Plus or the TN.
Yeah,
should be flying off the shelves.
I love the Air Max Plus. Also,
I do too.
it is. I'm gonna be honest with you. I got a pet peeve. I hate when people say the Air Max TN. So TN is a type of technology. It is not a silhouette. So there could be an Air Max 97 TN. There could be an Air Max this. TN.
What's the TN stand for? Oh dang.
Don't tell me.
I'm gonna tell you and piss you off.
Just piss me off because I cannot. It's because as soon as you say it's going. I looked it up and
tuned air. Yep.
Tuned air. So yes, it's not a silhouette. That is a Nike technology put on a shoe. It is the Air Max Plus is the Air Max Plus shoe. There's not an Air Max Plus TN3. It's Air Max Plus 3. But yeah.
I agree with that. I do agree with that. I just think people have their own way of calling things what they want to call them. So yeah, Nike. So yeah, Nike. Nike. You mean the title of this episode is Nike is listening. Yeah, we're convinced that the good folks over in Beaverton, Oregon, and Portland are listening to you boys, and hopefully they, if they are. Just like anybody else, we hope that they enjoy our content and
absolutely
enjoy the podcast and enjoy our insights. I think that we're pretty intelligent, and I think that we have our finger on the pulse just a little bit. So, if you're with Nike and you're listening, man, welcome. Thank you.
Have a seat. Grab a chair.
Have a seat. Yeah, exactly. So this has been a good episode, man. Are we ready to do our showcase?
Yeah. So I brought in something that I got a couple months ago doing the bag. I'm sort of a box because I'm a fan of the box. Of course, we love boxes. Jordan Air purple.
It's a Jordan. Can I guess what's in there? Because I don't think I know.
You probably don't. What do you think? Well, do you know this logo?
I
don't want to say it. I don't want to say it wrong, but I'm probably gonna say it wrong. I think it's the Bethany, Beauty Supply.
Oh, so Sevens.
You sure? I mean, there's more than one collaboration now.
All right, let me see it. This is Sevens.
It's the 7. It's the 7. So not really crazy story because this is, it's not expected, but it's believable. So I got these for, I believe $80.
That's believable.
That's what I'm saying. Brand new. I was a fan of these. I am a Retro 7 guy. I seen the whole bag. I'm like drawstring bag, Retro 7s. I love the it's like the linen Retro 7s. Ooh, the hate I'm gonna get for that one. But man, I love details on this. I love it. I'm not mad at it.
Have you worn them yet?
Nah, I haven't. Like I said, it's one of these shoes. I kind of, when you get those steals, you kind of just
to see what happens.
I'm interested to see how this is gonna be because I'm trying to think if I'm gonna cuff them because we got this right here. It's gonna be hard to cuff.
Mm-hmm.
I don't think I want to wear these with shorts because
nah, don't do that. Don't do that.
We're gonna see. Yeah,
I've only seen pictures of that shoe. I haven't seen it in like a 360. And I'm going to tell you, it's not going to be a shoe that I'm looking for. But yeah, that was definitely, $80.
Brand new,
$80. Can't really beat it for real.
And I think they retail for $250.
Yeah. What I need from you, because I need to see an outfit with them.
The color, as far as color wise,
the color is gonna be fine.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. It's just
you can wear it with that hoodie you got on right now.
Yeah, but styling them is gonna be crazy. But we're gonna make it happen.
So
we're gonna make it happen.
It's interesting we're talking about that with your showcase shoe because I've got
No, not the ones.
no.
I was gonna say, did I make you go get the ones?
Nah.
See, like once you lace it up and kind of like draw the bag up.
Yeah.
Okay.
So I got Comme des Garçons, A6 Jawlite 3.
Loud.
Very loud. Hard to style. Not hard to style, I shouldn't say that. But it's like definitely it's loud. I think that's the only way we can describe it, is loud. Every time A6 does a collaboration with CDG, it ends up like I think retail was like $250 for these, and then they always go on sale for like 50% off. So naturally, I didn't pay $250 for these because the materials are never that good. Like we've got neoprene, and then a not very plush suede on the gray parts. It also came with green laces, which I don't plan on putting in there. But yeah, I mean, I've definitely worn them a few times. The other one I think is like they don't match, so it's like, you know, definitely a loud shoe. Definitely a loud shoe.
So my you know, I noticed something. So if you look at all the other CDG collaborations, right?
Mm-hmm.
Like those
monotone,
and then you look at the Nike collaboration. You know what I'm saying? That kind of goes back to what we were talking about, like collaborators. I mean, designers can't be themselves when they go over there because it's like, whoa, we're not doing that over here, buddy.
Yeah. Oh, you gonna put some colorful camo all over the the sneaker?
Make sure it's black, white, and red.
Right. Exactly. So yeah, that's my. Wait a second, let me see if there is a retail price on here.
I don't know, man. I feel like these are like the battle of the uglies or something. I mean, because I didn't think you were going to be able to. I didn't think you were going to bring something crazier than what I had. So
yeah, so I still feel like
hold yours up.
Yeah.
Hold yours up.
This is going to be the thumbnail.
Yeah, it's definitely going to be the thumbnail. Yeah, the battle of the uglies. But yeah.
It's a good shoe though. I still like it. I think it's I still think it's wearable. I might wear it this weekend or something, man. Well, shoot, it is the weekend.
Tomorrow pretty much the end of it. But I tell you now, I'm gonna tell you something.
All right.
I got my space fights in. Man, that shoe is man. I'm gonna tell you right now, it's probably gonna be my next showcase shoe. That shoe is.
I'm gonna kick that.
60. I think I got $70 shoot.
I tried to tell everybody.
That shoe is. I mean,
tried to tell everybody.
Execution on that shoe is crazy. That's all I'm saying.
Were you able to name all the shoes that were inside that shoe?
Oh, it was.
It's like a what the.
I mean, I could tell like there was a theme going on, but I didn't know it was multiple shoes. I thought it was just kind of like different ideas.
No, it's like a what the. It's like the food fights are like a what the food inspired sneaker. This is like a what the space inspired sneaker.
I always thought the food fight was just like a ton of shoes, which is my next cop. It's just a ton of like food put together, like a food fight.
It's based on sneakers.
Wow.
It's based on food themed sneakers. Like the burgers are in there, the burger lobsters, the ramen noodles,
like the food pairs are harder to their price a little higher, but I might be able to get the space pairs.
Yeah,
I would love to have like all the pairs there.
Yeah.
That's true.
Those orange the orange Grid 9000s that I showed. That's the laces. That's for the laces. Yep.
Oh, when you said that, I thought you were saying that you took the laces from that.
No. You see what I'm saying? So the laces that are in the space fights come from the Aces pair. Yeah, you gotta look up all the different pairs that are on there.
Then the moon rock on the bottom.
Yes.
The translucent slope. And then the glow in the dark.
Yep. I think that's from a premiere. That's from a no. It's a moon landing shoe. Maybe it's premiere because they also have a Mars. They also have a Mars version. So it's a great shoe. We got to go through it. Yeah, I'll tell you what. Outside of let's do this. Outside of the showcase, right?
Mm-hmm.
You bring the space fights. I'll bring the food fights next week, and we'll go through the different shoes that are on there.
I like it.
It's like it's a great. I mean, everybody. Go ahead.
How many pairs do you have of like each one? Do you have all the pairs that make up the?
No, not. I don't have all the pairs of either one. I think I've got more of the food fight pairs than I have of the space fight pairs.
Yeah, I remember you like showing a ton of the food fight during the battle.
Yeah, I definitely have more of the food pairs. And I don't even think the fried chickens are in the food fight pair. I think those came out afterwards.
The noodle one was the one that came in the actual like noodle pack, right?
It could have. It was the end collab.
I remember you showing it, and like you had like a noodle seasoning pack that came out of or something like that. It was crazy.
No, I don't. So I don't have the ramen noodles. I don't have the ramen noodle pair.
It was there's a pair that you had. It was like in a food packaging.
Oh, that was that was the Asics. That was a Ted Tariq. No,
I put it on. I put it on my want list. I gotta go back.
Yeah, like, check it out.
Packaging. When I say it packaging, I was like, yeah.
Yeah, I think it's the Tateric A6 Gelite 3.
Tateric?
Yeah.
I would love to see how this. I would love to hear how this really pronounced. Tateric. It don't be. I don't even see the word. Like I just know it's not Tateric.
Tateric.
Twerk course. But guys, another great episode. Done. Well, I mean, we're gaining a lot of traction, and a lot of more cities are tuning in. A lot of more countries are tuning in. A lot more people, interacting with the content. What a ride it's been, and we're only 6 months in.
This has been a blast. This has 100% been a blast.
Yeah,
we're in the process of getting more guests. We're gonna have some people coming back because it has such great episodes. So stay tuned for that. We're gonna have more episodes of just me and Flex going back and forth, man.
I think a lot of people are tuning in, like in the just us.
Yeah.
So we're gonna slow down on the guests.
Yeah.
But we're not gonna stop with the guests because
not at all.
Great episodes come from the guests too.
Yeah.
So
and I think one of the things I've really liked so far, as we're reflecting 6 months in, is that we've been very deliberate and intentional with who we have on the podcast and who we're talking to and what we're talking about. I don't think we've done anything to clickbait or anything like that. Everything has just been everything is authentic. Everything is authentic. Everything is, this is what we believe for real. I'm not going to BS you. I'm going to tell you what I'm thinking at the time. And I think that's what's continuing to make us unique and make us stand out. So we appreciate everybody who's listened over the last 6 months, and I'm excited for the next 6 months.
Yep, and shout out, we finally got Haas listening. He tapped in. He commented on
I forgot Haas.
We finally got Haas listeing to the podcast.
So
maybe we can have him on.
Haas texted me, man. Haas texted me. I was on court, and I did not have the bandwidth to text him back. Because I think he was pissed. I think he was mad at me, man. I think he was mad at me.
What did you say? About the people think we're gonna that
talking crazy, talking about he's still putting out episodes and
Oh, okay. Wait. I heard it. That's gotta be offline. So let me recall that back because don't let we're gonna have him on.
He seemed cool though. Because then like the Knicks signed or they traded for Mikal Bridges, and so then he texted me about that. But yeah,
I will.
Go ahead.
I will say this: that episode, he actually was still putting out episodes. It's just crazy the week that
the timing,
he didn't post the
timing,
episode. Well, it seemed like
yeah, because then he was like, I didn't put out an episode because this, and that. I'm like,
like, nah, bro, we dropped that episode recorded 4 or 5 weeks before that.
I was just hating, man. I was just talking trash, but I haven't responded to him yet. So yeah, we'll be doing that.
He hasn't hit me up at all. So another one is always, like, hey, don't talk about him. But it is what it is, man.
Yeah.
We just bring you guys along with real life. This is real life stuff, man. Real life stories. It ain't
nothing planned.
Ain't nothing else. Yeah, there ain't nothing mixed in with it. We're just telling you what's really going on as it go on, and I'm not gonna edit it out. So. It's gonna be there.
It is what it is.
It is what it is. But again, as we always say, peace, love, and sneakers.
Peace.
So brothers, retro 7, retro 3s, metallic 7, retro 11, sitting on freeze. They got so